Hello everyone, I'm Julia from Julia's Creations. Welcome to my creative space. I got the new issue from Daphne's Diary magazine. I looked through it and I was so excited that I wanted to share with you exactly the parts that I love the most in case you are interested to get this for yourself. So let's get started. The cover image is quite suitable for this time. It's a little cozy time, having time to take care of hobbies inside the house, recipes, and a vintage aspect directly from the cover page. As usual, the words from Daphne and a short summary of the contents, highlighting different artists that are creative in different areas with different media and are living in a very creative space. One of my highlights were these artworks for houseplants. I have a lot of houseplants and I'm always trying to paint them, and I think these are a really good start for me to sketch and being more proficient in this area. Then some destinations where you can go on vacation, multiple recipes. I always love these letters, insights from Daphne's life. And then we reach my favorite, one of my favorites, the mini desk calendar for the whole year in the shape of a flower pot. And you basically cut out all of the months, stick them together, and you get a whole bunch of flowers. Whenever 1 month is finished, you put it at the end. This is one of the things that I will do first with this magazine for sure. And the other part, reverse side, is really nice as well. Then another artist working on linen. This is amazing. I would love to be able to try this. Then, of course, in January, we are all thinking about maybe vacation destinations, and the magazine suggests 8 cities in Europe which are to visit. I think these images are so pretty that they are also useful for urban sketching if you want to do it inside the house. You could use these pictures for inspiration or even for as a reference. And then the healing powers of garlic. Then again, one letter journal excerpt, which is very nice to read. Then another very interesting thing is this classical find the 10 differences, but in a beautiful artwork. I will definitely do it myself at first and then try it with my kids. Then the section of stickers is actually washi tape style stripes. They are already cut out and you can just peel one of the stripes to use it in your creative work. Then very helpful are the myths regarding getting a cold and getting sick, and what is right and what is not right. Then something you can do for the little birds in the cold months, but getting into the Valentine's topic with creating little strings with seeds for them in shape of hearts, which is very pretty. And tips into how to keep your house warm. Then a coloring page with a lot of gloves, socks, hats, which are exactly what we are always using during the winter time. I would have loved to have it as a take-out page, but it's still nice. Maybe I can copy it on thicker paper, and then I could color it in with markers. Then the classical DIY project, this time in the form of a lamp with string. Then regarding cold months, something that also really excited me are these beautiful houses in the north, and how people live there, especially in this cold season. They are very, very nice to look at. And then regarding animal stories, then you have to cut out a mini heart-shaped card where you can send the message to, and it's also a bouquet of flowers, and Daphne's suggestion of a list of flowers that she likes to include in a winter bouquet, which I find very, very fascinating. And then some heart-shaped for Valentine's, some heart-shaped projects with fabric, with string, or even with folded paper. Then raclette and fondue recipes, what you could include. And another thing that I really love is the paper creative book. I've never had these before, but it looks really interesting to like various artworks also as inspiration, and various mini projects that you can do. For example, this memory game. And another part that I always love from Daphne's diary is this little find the item described with like what does Jolene choose as her Valentine's card, and then it says it doesn't have to be square, it doesn't have to include the word love, and so on. This is a game that I really like to do with my kids. So we kind of go through we read out the sentences. It's also a reading practice, and then we decide which one is the card that Jolene has chosen for Valentine's Day. And the artwork is here amazing and goes into a vintage direction as well, which I love. Then another artist, this time a watercoloring artist, Nancy O'Connor, with beautiful, beautiful flower arrangements, and also like a very detailed picture of these flowers, which is really, really nice. She has an amazing technique and style. And then we travel instantly to a place where ice sculptures and constructions are usual. It is very beautiful. I've never seen them in real life, but they look amazing. Then afternoon tea, having the afternoon tea tradition from England, with of course cookies. Another page that I will definitely go back to supports is like a beautifully designed checklist for kind of organize your house and letting go ideas of items which you can let go of in these times. Maybe you have to look especially at makeup, for example, in my case, to see which is no longer usable, or maybe some hair accessories that you are not using, or if there is always some like socks which they have holes and so on. It's like the decision, do you keep it, do you want to mend it, or you want to just let go of it, and so on. Again, journaling letters which are very, very nice. I always read them with such joy. Then we travel this time to France, to Rouen, which is in northwest part of France, and has some beautiful pictures which I may use for urban sketching inspiration. And then letters from the readers, which is always nice to see what are others doing that love the things you do yourself. So people that are creative all around the world and what they are doing, which is really nice. And then another spread that I loved was actually 4 pages with different advertisements, vintage advertisements for soap and silk, which are really pretty. Especially this page, I think, is something that you can use in any vintage project and will definitely make it wonderful. Like ice cream, you can see here the fonts, which are vintage, very, very beautiful. Then something which is also interesting, I've done some documentation regarding wool a few years before, wool, cashmere differences, but here is basically a short description of each type of hair or animal and what are the features of these. May be very helpful for your next sweater purchase, or even if you are a knitter, for your next knitting project. And then another very nice idea, especially for doing it with the kids, is cutting out heart shapes, or maybe you can have another shape like circles or squares, and they are sewn together, 2 pieces, and you can fill it in with candy. In my case, I will cut the shapes and I will punch the holes, and then I will work with the kids only for sewing. And you can just stamp it. It's a really nice project which you can do with the materials you have around the house. And then 2 recipes which were really exciting, especially because they are gluten-free and I have a gluten intolerance. It's like a potato soup with bacon, cheddar cheese and spring onions, and also an oat porridge with pear and walnut. I've never tried this, so maybe we can do it over the weekend and see how it tastes. Then it's an already cut out beautiful decoration, maybe for the table. So you basically take the shape out, fold it, and you can use it on the breakfast table as a decoration maybe. And what I did not know is that they had an Instagram account. I will definitely have a look at what they are posting. Then an amazing, fascinating botanical garden from Netherlands. And then a spread with 4 recipes that are very useful if you are having the flu. One of them is quite particular and stood out to me. It's with the walnut shells, with onions and garlic and ginger, and yeah, a little bit of honey, but I don't know how it will taste. Yeah, definitely it will be helpful given the ingredients, but I don't know if if the taste is that amazing. But then, for example, with thyme, it's really, really nice. And cough syrup. Then another interesting read is about the coffee beans and the besides the Arabica and Robusta, which are quite common, you get other types of coffee beans. Maybe you want to try them. Another cake recipe and a letter from a reader. Then the another tourist destination, basically a hotel in a tower, and you can just sleep in the tower, which would be something very special to do in the UK. It looks very beautiful. So every angle is beautiful. I would love to stay there a few nights. Another highlight for me are 12 thoughts for this year. Is basically you cut out the shapes for the whole year with beautiful artwork, and you stick them together so you get calendar that is folding. You can keep it in your bag or just have it at home and have a look at what you want. Maybe I will use it for motivational quotes or for goals for the month. For sure, I will use the artwork as a reference to try to paint some of them in watercolor. And then we have the poster, which I will show you as a screenshot right now with I love cooking, so kitchen theme, very nice maybe for a kitchen redesign. Then a final entry from Daphne's diary. It is always a pleasure to read. And 4 recipes for winter with exotic fruit. And we have focus on citrus, grapefruit, mandarin, orange, and lemon. And what stood out to me is this recipe of chicken breast with orange sauce. And I think I will give it a try. And the final highlight for me were these design pages, which are double-sided, and I simply love each and every side of it. You can do the envelopes like instructed, but you could also use them for something else, maybe in a junk or art journal. The final part is, as per usual, the 3 book recommendations, which I love to read and see what's new and interesting. And then the final part is a very nice artwork and also the information that the next issue will be available at the end of February. And again, very beautiful artwork. And also on the last cover, I can imagine this section in a junk journal. It looks very, very nice. That's it. Thank you very much for taking time to view my video. I hope it was helpful. Let me know if you already got this magazine or if you are planning to get it. Take care. Bye.